Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show as we begin. So I got a really lightheaded this morning. I almost fainted about 10 minutes ago. I really did. So I was like, I had to sit there and I was getting, I was basically sweating out my head. I was sick, but I felt great. And then I pushed myself with a really hard workout, and I think it just like, I pushed myself too hard and I got super lightheaded. Felt like I was going to faint. My heart was racing. And I literally needed a moment. So whoever said, if you're late, I'm out of here, I mean, it kind of was the wackest thing you could have said to me. But anyway, God bless each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you all for being part of my life. I show up every single day. Sometimes you're going to struggle if you do something every single day of your life. You're not going to be able to hit the exact point if you do something 365 days a year. But as long as you keep it up, as long as you persevere, you'll be all right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Hey, actually, I forgot the intro. Let's get into the intro. It's fun. Why not do it? Why not do it? Bam, back to the spot. Shout out to everybody here. Thank you for jumping on it. Let's get that music back and running. Danny, oh boy. Danny on the street. Let's get it moving. Well, what are you doing? What are you doing over here? Let's get it in. Let's talk about it. So big news today. Binance having an issue. Kind of freezing the market a bit. Keeping Bitcoin from moving. So when that happens, you want to go to CZ. And you want to see what CZ's saying. All right, 8.2 million followers. All right, I like that. Education compliance, yeah. Trailing stops will be disabled for the time being. Existing trailing stops will be canceled. Users will open trailing stop orders will receive a push notification plus email. You can cancel orders now. Trading resumes in 20 minutes at 6 p.m. Dubai time. Binance temporary system maintenance complete. Binance support. So they're ready to go. And that was given out in 33 minutes. So we're back to trading. The markets are back on. Bitcoin pumped back up to 28,000. The liquidity came back into the market, and likely Bitcoin was going to pump up. The only reason Bitcoin went down was lack of liquidity due to Binance being held down. So honestly, my TA was spot on. Like, this was supposed to continue to pump to the upside. The 1 hour looks great. So in my mind, this flag is still valid. We could kind of make it this now, which is cool. Still a bit of a bull flag that could break up to the upside. Measured move is the length of the base of this, and that's what I'm looking for. I believe we could push up to the next resistance point at about 29,600, somewhere between 29,500 and 29,600, all right, is what I'm looking for. And I didn't even want to wear this vest. I wanted to wear a different vest, couldn't find it. Shout out to everybody here on the live. So right here, 29,673 is the next place to go here. Wow, amazing times to be alive. Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. Bitcoin. So what am I waiting for? Well, let's look at the 15-minute time frame. It's going to tell us a little overbought. But what do we have here? Look what we have there. Do you see that? A bit of a shoulder, a head and a right shoulder. As messy as it is with the wickage, that could break us up to the upside here to the first area of support of resistance at 28,880. And then we could go from there. So we're going to watch this inverted head and shoulder on the 15-minute time frame. I spy with my little eye something that can't be denied. Shout out to everybody here on the live as we continue to rhyme in your eyes. Let's take a look. Now I'm drawing a blank to where my head and shoulders pattern is. So weird. I was trading all night, 2 in the morning, so that's what happens. Never trust your trading group guru if he doesn't look tired one night out of the week like he traded all night. You know what I mean? Make sure that your boss traded all night. No, I'm just messing. But I'm a degen. I'm a true crypto degen. I don't have a job. You know what I mean? Besides being here every single day. So sometimes I push it. And last night I was in the trading group pushing it to the limit. I was making a Bitcoin ordinal at about 1 in the morning with my Xverse wallet. Here's my Bitcoin ordinal. Who here has a Bitcoin ordinal? Who here in the chat has a Bitcoin ordinal? Someone else did it. And I believe it was After Hours Investing, or God bless my man, Zoom meeting was so fire. Shout out to After Hours Investing, my man. We'll take a look at ORAChain. Thank you. Super chats for ORAChain. After Hours Investing. I think you and me are the only ones with an ordinal in the whole chat, baby. On this entire stream, we did it. We did it, baby. And you inspired me, man, to get that ordinal last night. I said, if he's got to do it, I got to do it. We got to get an ordinal up in here. I just like taking advantage of all the newest things that happen in blockchain. I want to be one of the first and foremost to do the cool stuff, whether it's DeFi, whatever it is. I want to be all over it. Can you check render, please? Smash the like. Shout out to Gordon Bimja. We love you, bro, from Morocco. God bless you, brother. And we haven't done a roll call in a long time. When we get to 1,000 people, we're going to do a roll call today. I have several ordinals, my man. Weekly screen share, the best part of the week. Shout out to Lifer Adam. Don't forget the lemon in the water. Thank you for saying that, because I already did. Here we go. We got the lemon in the water. Let's put the lemon into the water. We forgot it this morning, huh? People are like, wait. The show didn't start like it normally starts. Let's take a look. A big sip of the lemon water. Hold that Labradorite. I got a Labradorite heart in my pocket at all times. It's strengthening my intuitions. I got my Oregon energy. I'm rocking my mandala. I got my copper. I got my terminated crystal up at the top, ready to rock. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Mandala, power, the flower of life, baby. What you know about Sacred G. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. God bless you all. Shout out to Judge Bibbles. Don't hate on me, Judge Bibbles. I saw you hating. If you're not 3 minutes early, you're late. How dare you, Judge Bibbles? How dare you? Me and you, celebrity, we're gonna have to do a spar match. I want to do sparring. You know what I mean? You know what would be cool if we had virtual spar? You got a spar bar and you virtually spar each other. And anyone that talks smack, we could virtually spar on like another stream. No, just for fun, like complete fun. But I want to enhance this YouTube channel. I want things to get awesome. Like I want one thing to go to the next, kind of get some juicy controversy here or there. I love it. You know what I mean? I would love like a spar match. Like I challenge you to a spar match. The screen share was amazing in the 99. Thank you for saying that. Sam, no, don't say that. Please don't put my name and his name anywhere. Please delete that. You don't get it, man. I've already been harassed. Can you just stop? You don't know how serious things can be. I don't want my name and his name together. Can you please remove that? And mod, please? I don't want to see this. Please? I don't want to see that. Can a mod please remove this immediately? I don't want to see it. See this? I don't want to, because I don't have anything against the dude. I don't want to be attacked. All right, thank you. Great screen share last night. Shake a tree, man. Who hides the fact that my most everyday traders actually lose money? If you don't have a long-term hold and gain in mind, if you don't know what you're doing, if you're not using the stop loss, if you're not constantly grinding, most people will lose money because they don't pay attention. But look at this injective protocol. Look what I see here inside injective. Shoulder, head, and a shoulder to the upside. That measured move would take us out of this flag even further to 625, and injective's been hot. Inside of this broadening falling wedge here could push up on the 22-hour time frame. Previous resistance became support on the 226 fib. This thing could blast up to about $6.25, $6.28. I got injective on the radar. Just joined the trading group. God bless you. How about a viewer call-in segment? Yes, do some live cam-ups with some your commentators. The ones that argue. Sam versus DZ. I love DZ. He's the man. Injective network now, I guess. Injective protocol. They change it to network? Interesting. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Marv. Arbitrum. Who wants some Arbitrum over here? Who's getting into Arbitrum? Who wants to grab some Arb? I want an Arbitrum over here. Such a Boston coin. Arbitrum. I grabbed some Arbitrum the other day over there. At Coinbase. At Coinbase over there, you know? So look, the 7-minute and the 50-minute are overbought. We're coming down to the downside. This is a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down. If you're about to scoop some levy, if you like to trade small time frames, you have like a 70% chance that this is going to drop to the downside right now based on the 7 to the 15-minute. Nothing's guaranteed, but it's highly likely. Highly, highly likely. That would be a small move, but on, you know, if it's 10 extra, you'd be able to make 10% in the next, 50 minutes. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say you should be taking as financial advice, but this is highly likely we're going to break down here right now based on the momentum indicators and the fact that we hit a resistance with the 200 SMA. Very, very likely we're going to continue to the downside here. So, again, anything is possible. We may hold, but it's just very likely that we're going down. Going to lose 28K and possibly get to 27,700. That's my prediction for the next hour to half an hour, and then we'll kind of come back to it. Right now, I do see Bitcoin dropping to the downside on the 50-minute and the 7. Could the 1 hour, change the game and continue to push? It could. Anything is possible. I've seen it happen, but right now we're overbought at a resistance, and the candle's pretty red there. We'll see what happens. Some chop, actually, and the uncertainty with the market. If you've been watching me bigger picture, I've been all over the live streams the last few days. And, my next few predictions are pretty simple, or premonitions of what I believe could happen in the market. It's this diagonal trend line. I know I'm just keeping it simple here. Bounce, bounce, resistance, resistance. We stay above it. We stay bullish, and we could continue up all the way to about 30, even 38,000. First level of a box here is 31,979. I believe this could be a great place to short, okay? Short may not be amazing. They'll hit here. So, I'm thinking of adding a short order here right now and just leaving it there for when we come up into the zone, and then we can come back down. Probably will be the area, and then it could bounce again. It may not be that far of a short, but I'm just, that's a previous resistance point. Same thing here. You just had a short there, a little short to the downside, same idea. We've been stuck inside a range between 27,000 and 28,800. We've been stuck between 27 and 28.8. That's kind of the box that we're in. One thing I want to prove to people or show to people is the 22-hour looks like it's about to blast to the upside. Let me show you another chart here that's going to open it up for you. But I want you to understand this. Your next resistance is right here at 28,800, 29K. You get up here, you got a one little spot in the middle at 29.8. And then your next big area of resistance is 32,000, 30K area, right? So where do I get this measured move? This measured move comes from the length of this pole here to the upside. As long as this ascending triangle holds, we're good to go. Now, if it doesn't hold and it starts to fall, you're looking for the bearish retest here. It would try to get back in and it would start to fall down. And this would be a short swing trade right there too. Likely to get a bit of a bounce off that. And then if we lose that, we're going lower, and that may happen. But we have to lose this trend line first. We'd have to break this supportive resistance. So one step at a time, everybody. And with low liquidity on a Friday, it's likely that maybe nothing happens and we just go sideways. All right. So let's wait for this 7-minute to possibly dump to the downside here. And kind of that's where I stand for the day. Next 2 hours, I'm looking for the 7-minute to go sideways or to the downside. Could we get an immaculate short squeeze? Anything could happen, But it's Friday. We already had people a lot of people probably open their accounts and were like, you know what, I'm walking away for the day. When an exchange doesn't work properly in the morning, it throws a lot of people off. Most people don't need a lot to get thrown off. You know what I mean? So, and then I'm not doing this today. I'm going for a bike ride. I'm walking away from my computer. I don't want to do this now. So a lot of people got sour this morning and they left the market. You know what I mean? You can imagine. They had a bunch of juicy trades. Maybe they waited all night. They woke up this morning. All their ideas and setups were just mush. And they were like, you know what? I don't want to do this today. I'm out. And so I definitely think it left a bad taste in a few people's mouths for the day. Tom in the house. Who's Tom? This is the calm before the storm. Cherry City Bullies. You Grow, I Grow. SI Bank and SB Bank are asking customers to return the funds they withdrew if they have loans with them. Customers have 90 days or the loans are called due to pay and payable. Retail clawbacks. Ah, yeah. So look, if you had a loan with the bank, is this true? They won't even, Where did you get this news? Could you post it to my Twitter? I don't see this anywhere. I can't verify your information. No, the big problem is Deutsche Bank today. Deutsche Bank on the verge of collapse. It's a problem. It's definitely a serious issue. Shout out to the 610 beautiful people on the live. Thank you for jumping on at 211 likes. May we get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the love. Sam, what do you think about El Salvador mining Bitcoin? I love it. I think it's a great idea. And it's going to help them become a big, strong country in the next 20 years. They may become one of the richest nations in the world as time moves on. So it's exciting for me to see. And they've been through a lot, that country. They've been through a lot. Deutsche Bank has been shady for a long time. I was talking about Deutsche Bank being insolvent a long time ago. You know what I mean? Having problems. Deutsche Bank just tanks too. Share slides 7% after sudden spike in the cost. So why did the shares tank? Think about it. If another bank thinks that it's harder for you to pay back a loan, they're going to raise the insurance on your loans. So people are worried. You see what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, this is going to be done on purpose. They want one world bank. They want one world bank. They've been asked, this is the idea of the NWO, the New World Order. If you searched YouTube 10, 12 years ago, 20 years ago, if you got onto YouTube when I did, 2008, 15 years ago, there were so many documentaries teaching you what was to come. And they told us what was coming. They explained it. They told us all about, they was going to have a virus and they told us everything that happened. 12 years ago, we were told everything. Things I won't even mention now, but so I deep dived. They taught me about the 57 different species of aliens, the Pleiadians, the Galactic Federation of Light. If you didn't realize, that stuff is real, man. You think I'm insane? That's fine. Most people think that you know what? The masses thought Nikola Tesla was insane. The smartest people of our generations, if you go through time, the masses always thought they were insane. I'm not saying I'm one of those people. I'm not trying to say I'm a genius or anything. I'm just saying that's a statement and a fact. So every time that you don't fit in with society and you know you're on the right track and you've been studying, like say you studied a theory and it makes a lot of sense, but nobody believes you, it makes sense that you're on the right path because the masses would never understand you, right? Nikola Tesla knew what was going on. He understood. Behold the Pale Horse. Yes, I have the book. I was going to bring it up, but I was like afraid to bring it up sometimes. But yes, the book has everything in there. And I read the book and I own the book too as well. Amen, man. We'll see, baby. Insane in the membrane, son. Intergalactic crypto psyche. Woke, babe. Do you know Corey Good? Yes, I do. Agenda 2030, you know. I work for one of the largest banks here in the United States. 90% of the funds that left those banks are coming back. It was an internal memo yesterday, so no news on it. Look, wow, I work for one of the largest banks here in the U.S. 90% of the funds left those banks are coming back. It was an internal memo yesterday, so no news on it. Wow, so people withdrew their money. So you took out a $100,000 loan with the bank, but you had 10 grand in the account. You ran and you took out your 10 grand. They want your 10 grand back. They want your money back. But people used to be able to have a loan and have their money in the bank. Not the case anymore. Same thing's going to happen to credit. A lot of people that live on credit and depend on credit, what happens when they shrink your credit? What happens when they say you only have $5,000 credit limit and you needed your $10,000 credit limit? Never live on credit. I'm telling you right now, never live on somebody else's dime. Get your own farm, grow your own food, do everything you can to be self-sustainable. Have your own Bitcoin, have your own hardware wallet, become your own bank. All these things are going to change the way we fight this together every single day. The people need to come together. Love is the answer. Love is the strongest frequency in the game. If we live in love, we cannot be denied. I'm telling you right now, if we live in love, we cannot be denied. If we live in love, we cannot be denied. Get your tinfoil hats on. Get your pyramids going. Get your mandalas on. Get your energy out there. Become an antenna for energy. Attract more energy into your life. Help other people do the same. We will become extremely, extremely strong, and we will become a force to be reckoned with. Shout out to everybody here on the live, 675 beautiful souls. Thank you for jumping on in. So Deutsche Bank slides, of course. Let's take a look at the stock price of Deutsche Bank. Break it down. As Bitcoin gets a little bit of a spike here, 28,150, getting a bit of a pump here, but it is extended, oversold at the stochastic. Do we get a crazy short squeeze? Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP may actually show some liquidity high. We got a little short squeeze there. We have more liquidity up to the top here. Very, very interesting. So can we get that move? You don't know, but right now it suggests that we may pump up to 28,400, and then tap it and come back down. It's funny, the stochastics have been kind of a little off lately. Maybe go to a smaller time frame, see what's happening. You got an inverted head and shoulder here on a smaller time frame too that could break out. So you got this little mini ascending triangle beginning to form here. It's crazy. That could, So look, this is what I do. I watch smaller time frames for confirmation, right? If this kind of starts to fall off, then I know the 7-minute is likely more of a short. That is a double top of the 1-minute time frame too, and the 7-minute's overbought. So just gotta heed that idea if you think you're gonna long this. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't think I'm saying you should be taking this financial advice, but I'm easy on that. I'm easy on that for sure. Okay, I'll reload it. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here on a Friday. So we have Deutsche Bank possibly going down again. That's got to pump the price of Bitcoin yet again. Everybody worried. I believe they're going to crush as many banks as they can. It does two things. It stops people from getting into BTC immediately, right? So that's the problem. And it basically choke point, man. Operation choke point. Try to stop the liquidity from getting into cryptocurrency, right? Do anything you can, but too many other countries are with it. 30-minute just broke out of that. That was a nice move. Oh, wow, that thing blasted to the upside here. Look at the cup and handle that I had drawn. This thing just hit the target to the upside. Look at that thing. Look at that. It's insane how it happens exactly how it's supposed to. I can't understand how it does this. This is why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy, because it just plays out. I don't know how it plays out, but it does. So absurd. 22nd of May, and that thing would blast out of a cup and handle to the upside. 142% gains. So insane. The cup and handle most explosive pattern I've ever found in my life. I've never seen something that gives you such quick gains so fast. That's why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy. I want it all, baby. And I want it fast. And I want it now. Full Moon Manifestation Energy. God bless creators of crypto. Shout out to Faux King Ape. Shout out to Stop the Shilling. Shout out to Tree City West. Shout out to Trevor TVA. My Posty bot making gains 120% amazing. But I couldn't have done it without the lifer skill, lifer vision passed on. Let's go. Blessed by you, Sam. Thank you. Asset collateral. The banks that deposited the funds into SVB and SI are requiring, if they are to continue supporting them, they want to see assets returned to those institutions. Shady. Can you please explain why you mostly look at the Bitcoin chart instead of Bitcoin USD? Because they're exactly the same and it doesn't matter? Yeah. Bitcoin halting, Binance halting, that was a long time ago, Jacob. I think we're pretty good now. Water smoke, I don't know what that is. I'm at work. XEN is down really bad, but seems to be making gains again. I posted in the 99 my high MEC gains. Shout out to you, my friend. God bless you for making gains. The real fear will arrive when one of these big 5 banks goes down. It's only a matter of time. You got to brace yourself for the worst. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for one of the bigger banks to go down? Could you handle it? You know what I mean? Could you handle it? Like, could you mentally, are you mentally prepared? And shout out to anyone fasting today. Shout out to any Muslim person fasting today. We know it's a beautiful time. It is Ramadan. May you stay blessed. May everything go your way, and may you have a wonderful fast today. So, salam alaikum to all my Muslim people that are out here on Ramadan. And if you're still trading, shout out to you. Kicking it, because it's not easy when you don't eat. But hey, God will be there for you, and this will be a great time for you to reflect on life, and you'll learn a lot from this fasting period. So may everyone have a great Ramadan, and God bless you. Wells Fargo is hitting 2013 lows, minus the COVID thing. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you. Shout out to everyone taking in this holy month of Ramadan. Thank you for saying that, man. God bless you all. Can you handle it? Could you handle it if a top 5 bank went down? Do you have any assets in an alternative asset class like Bitcoin, gold, silver, or even fine art? Could you handle it if a top 5 bank went down? Do you have any assets in an alternative asset class? Right? Like Bitcoin, gold, silver, or even fine art? Let me know. It's going to be a serious poll. I want to know. I want to know what you got. Tell me. I want to see how many people are prepared for what could happen. I'm prepared. I have gold, silver, Bitcoin. Heck, I got my brain. I got my wits. My man. Shout out to Ed McCracken. The Irish don't play, man. The Irish have been through too much. Our history is too bold and long. The Irish are always prepared, man. Shout out to my Irish brothers in the game. Shout out to everybody here. I love you all. Bitcoin can handle it. Sufi Muslims represent. My man. Shout out to Justin Cashmore. How does the weekend sometimes pump if there's no volume? because there's no volume and it takes a small amount of money to move the market. The problem is that people turn on each other instead of helping each other in the worst of times. Sam is the man. We're not going to do that, though. We're going to already create the love, baby. Sundays by nature seem to be my fasting day, but I eat small portions and mostly meals during the week. When Binance opens everything again, I think there will be a pump. I thought they did open everything again by now. Coinbase won't fall. No, they won't. I have a Bitcoin, silver, and platinum, so I am well prepared. God bless you, Dr. Crypto. I got my wife. She's fine art. I love you, man. Me too. I love looking at my wife. West Salvador, man. God bless you. So how do you get an ordinal? Do you want to get an ordinal today? Go to Xverse Wallet and download an Xverse Wallet, all right? And get yourself an ordinal today. It'll cost you about $100 to be able to place a picture on a Satoshi inside of a Bitcoin network. This is a Bitcoin ordinal. I am smashing the US dollar. Bitcoin crushes USD. I figured it was a very fitting ordinal for Bitcoin, and it's owned by my Bitcoin ordinal address. It's on a location of a block height, Genesis block at 782259. Output value, super cool. I'm wearing my Boston Kelly Green Scully, my favorite cover. God bless you, brother. I have Chinese yuan under my mattress. You're so funny, man. Let's bust 30K, baby. Anything could happen. Sammy Cup and Handy to the upside. HIBAYC was our bigger gainer of the day. HIBAYC would continue to pump. I talked about it likely could pump again, and it did off this retest for another 12%. It's been up and down. We started looking at HIBAYC right here. In total, from that entry, HIBAYC is up about 49%, and the market was horrible. And there you go, HIBAYC banging on them to the upside. POLX just absolutely exploding. We were talking about it down here or there, a little lackluster, then it came down. I did not look at it again. Had some big news. It pumped hard. This would have been nice actually to find this move right here. I do my screen share on Thursday night, and we deep dive. Talk about everything. I broke some things in my life that were happening. You know, one of my friends is struggling, and it hurt, man. And things just come out, and I really appreciate the group. And then we also broke down token metrics. We talked about all sorts of coins. One over the big picture, the little picture. I even gave you what I'm doing with AI and kind of my AI portfolio. Talked about ZK Sync and ZK rollups. We did a lot of deep diving. The best thumbnails always. Thank you. Hard assets, man. Gold and silver are going crazy. Not good. Let's take a look at gold on the radar too for the US ounce for gold. And I've been showing this giant cup and handle for gold since 2011, right? You see it? Look, I got to go to like the 4-day or 5-day. See it? It started here. It made a cup. There's your handle. It says gold's going all the way to 2,900 an ounce. And that says, show me the charts and I'll show you the news. That also says banks could start to have some problems. Look at this. Shoulder, head, right shoulder to the upside. It doesn't have to be perfect. Gold pumping right now on the day, about to cross $2,000 an ounce, and it gets above this resistance. It's a major resistance for gold, right? And are you talking, I mean, we're talking all-time highs. Gold's about to hit its all-time high. Anyone like me who was buying gold, 500 an ounce, 900 an ounce, we've doubled our savings. It took 10 years. Was it amazing? But again, we didn't lose, we beat inflation. The dollar lost millions and millions of percentages, but we did not. We continued to hold our value, same thing. So, I'm watching AGIX. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I'm watching AGIX as well. It's on my radar. I would never put a 49% stop loss. Maybe it was 150 though. That's too much for me. I would never. That's a 6-to-1 risk-reward ratio. If this thing can blast, I've been looking at it on the 3-day chart. 3-day charts, it could roll over, but the 3-day chart's the one that's consolidating bullishly. You have a bullish cross there too with the 50 crossing the 200. This could resemble a bigger right shoulder here, right? Then you have a shoulder, a head, and a bigger right shoulder. So we may expand this, may do something more like this here, make a bigger right shoulder. But I like what I'm seeing for AGIX. I'm personally in a huge bag of it. All right, so barely up in the bag, but I'm up. I like what AGX is doing. I believe they're going to be big. I'm going to hold it for 2 years and make some gains. All right. Wow, ChatGPT knows me, man. Someone asked me, ChatGPT, about me. And he said, Samuel Price is a well-known trader, educator, who has developed a checklist for trading entries. The following are the 9 points from his entry checklist. That's insane that you can ChatGPT me and steal me. It's so shady. So shady. I'm a ChatGPT guy now. Immune system is important. Shout out to Jennifer Moffat. It lives in your gut. You know, I believe 60% of your immune's in your gut. So when you fast, you know, you really help your gut and you help your immune system. You also look younger when you fast. I'm telling you right now, I've been fasting now since I was 28, 29 years old. A couple days a month, I just don't eat anything for the whole day. They can never replace you, Sam. Shout out to James Jones in the house. God bless you, brother. Shout out to the 735 lifers. Can we get all the way to 1,000, baby? Can we do it? I know we can. We were at 1,250 yesterday. It was insane. You know you hit big time when ChatGPT knows you. That's so funny, right? When you're a part of ChatGPT, you've done something with your life, right? Used to fast all the time when I was broke. I love what you just said. Me too. I still do. I like acting like I'm broke, even when I got money. You know what I mean? Like, I like eating I eat 3 boiled eggs a lot at home and 1 piece of toast for breakfast. So simple. Actually, that's expensive now for eggs. I don't like to talk about the expensive places I've been. You know, it's rude. But yesterday I was buying some eggs at the grocery store. Someone using your name and scamming people. So whack, man. Don't need to flex when you have it. Shout out to Eddie McCracken, baby. Amen, baby. You know what you got. You know what you got. You're like, you know what? You unflex when you got it. You give away to people on the low. You give things to people without anyone knowing. It's between you and God. When God takes care of you, you take care of other people. When you know God has taken extra care of you, you take extra good care of other people. That's how it works, baby. The quieter move is the real G. Amen. I own a physical gold, silver, Bitcoin, ammo, freeze, dried food with 25-year shelf lives in a garden, tinfoil hat on tight. Shout out to CryptoCal82. God bless you, brother. It's just about being prepared. It's just about being prepared. Yes, sir. Amen, brother. Shout out to Eddie McCracken. The empty barrel makes the loudest noise, my dad always said. Let's take a look at Super Chats, Orachain, and XRP. And we're going to take a look at the total market cap, but that looks good to me. I'm personally in this trade. Whatever happens, happens. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I'm someone that just relentlessly goes at the market every single day, and I've picked out a bunch of different pieces of things that work for me. And if you want to show up every single day and understand what I'm doing, jump on in. I teach class tomorrow. I totally forgot to promote it. I didn't even tell anyone about it. I said it once the whole week. I'm so busy and I go through so much and I don't even promote my own business sometimes. But hey, I teach class tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. This should have been tweeted all week on the Twitter, but it never was. Anyway. So the idea here is, yeah. And team, let's get this out tweeted if we can. Just, any last minute people that know that I do teach class this Saturday. When I teach class on the Saturdays, let's tweet that out. That was my bad. I should have told my team to do that. I messed up so bad. Sorry, team. So let's get this tweeted out more if we can, at least once a day or every other day, something like that on the week where I teach class. So, because I teach this the last Saturday of every month. So I'm going to teach class from 9 a.m. to 12 tomorrow morning. So I don't take a day off, man. Like Saturday, you think I'll be able to chill? Nope. I'm going to do my update at 8 a.m. and then do the class. You know what I mean? So you have a website too. Not many people know that. You never truly live until you live for somebody else. I like what you just said. That's so true, man. 100%. Ordinals, baby. We got you, lifer. Thank you, Sean. I'm sorry that I made that mistake, Sean. I should have said something. It's my fault. As the CEO of your company, you need to blame yourself for everything. Never blame your employees for anything. It's your fault. You got to explain what you need. If you don't explain and you don't get what you need, it means you're not being vocal enough. All right? You're not being vocal enough, and you need to vocalize exactly what your true desires are for the company. All right? My team is the greatest. My team takes care of me. They make sure I don't do stupid stuff all the time. God bless you. I think we need to do one-on-one because I can't get the timing right with the class. Facts, if you get your friends paid, it's the best feeling in the world. It's about uplifting people. The British perspective. A minute, just saw your message. Never heard of SPACEID. I'll have to Google it. Don't forget my super chat, please, Sam. We got you. With more banks collapsing, it's wild to consider that Bitcoin, the 1 million in 90 days bet to come true. I mean, it will be $1 million, but in $1 million will be worth like 500 grand or maybe even less, like $250,000. So it'd be kind of sad. So like, if you have 10 Bitcoins and you make 10 mil, you're probably going to worth like 2 or 3 mil. You know what I mean? You'll still be worth like 2 or 3 mil. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. And most people have nothing. So 2 to 3 mil will be even more than it used to be. So you actually will balance itself out in a way because so many people will be completely broke. You get it? So even though it will devalue where you're at, you'll still be higher compared to everybody else. So the value will probably even out. All right. Bitcoin needs bank. Unfortunately, I don't think so. I really don't. Because you can work for Bitcoin. Like if you work for me, I'll pay you in Bitcoin. Then you have Bitcoin. We can mine it. I believe we can truly kind of create a whole new ecosystem. I'm open-minded. I believe anything is possible. Things that I never even thought possible, I believe they could be right around the corner. I just haven't hit that perspective yet. And if I keep pushing, I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it. I mean, that's truly what I believe in. All right. Follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. I would greatly appreciate it. Sam Price, baby. Sam Price. Should I change my Twitter handle to Sam Price? Just keep it Sam Price. Let me know what you think. What worries me is there will be other crypto lifers out there impersonating me. And that's why I didn't want to remove Crypto Lifer from my Twitter because I was in, you know what I mean? So I had that another decision in the game. But yeah, could you handle it if a top 5 bank went down? Do you have any assets in an alternative asset class like Bitcoin, gold, silver, or even find out? Let me know. Let's see what people said. Let's get the retweets up. Come on. The best answer, 25 in BTC. I'm going to read this, so come on in. The best answer, 25 BTC. So come on now. Not 25 BTCs. 25 USD in BTC. Come on. Let me read the best answers at the end of the show today. We'll come back to this at about 11:45, 12, and we'll read the best answers. And the one that I like the most, boom. Keep it Sam Price, could be alt channel. Why would you hold some Bitcoin in the bank if they let you in an account online? Do you think banks will allow this soon with all the craziness from exchanges? You can only change it once, leave it. Too many scammers. Sam Price is nice. No, keep your Twitter handle, thank you. It's better to win as a team, and I love that. Apparently, Binance is suspending withdrawals. Did you already discuss the spike up to 29 by... No. Caught slipping. No, I said 25 in BTC. I never said 20. I was not caught slipping. But I just went over it in case you caught yourself slipping. You know what I mean? I was not slipping. Very sexy vest looking fresh. Lifer looking fresh. Thank you. John Thomas. But then it says John Thomas, but you look like a woman. I guess I can get a compliment from a man about being sexy. I'm indifferent to it. You know what I mean? Like I'm a heterosexual male, but I don't have any, I'm full of love, so it's all love. I'm watching B-Rise in this cup and handle. All right? 3-day chart really wants to blast on you. 2-day chart wants to take off too, so I'm watching B-Rise BitGert. Wouldn't be surprised if it made a blast like we saw the other cup and handle that we were looking at. Slight inverted head and shoulder inside the bottom there. That did slightly kind of break us out. Kind of went sideways though. Can almost put that in a bigger right shoulder, right? It's a little messy for me. It was nice right there. It just didn't play out. Twitter Blue is coming out soon. Twitter Blue's been out for months, man. What the? Twitter Blue has been out for a long time. You know what I mean? Twitter Blue is coming. If you pay $8, your check mark should keep you legit so you can change the Twitter handles or whatever. Yeah, Twitter Blue's been out since I was in Miami, man. And I remember like being at breakfast that morning trying to get it going. That's my kids in the pick. And yes, I am a man. Shout out to John Thomas. I see it, man. Thank you, John. I appreciate it, brother. He said heterosexual male. You're funny. Spread that love, John Thomas. It's gone global today, Sam. What's gone global, Marcel? What's gone global? What is he talking about? So I like B-Roz, man, on my radar. Write that puppy down. Also still struggling. You know, you can see a lot of S coins, 3S, and I don't mean S coin, I mean 3S coins, you know. I like this BAX, man. BAX has been on my radar. Just been interesting to me. See that 22-hour? Looks like it's going to blast. It's technically going to flag on the 22-hour time frame. Like, it's a little far away for the 21. I get it. But that 4-hour looks like it could blast. I had it in a kind of a diamond. It looks like it could be in a diamond, so I'm open-minded. I've never longed a diamond, right? But, you know what I mean? And it's kind of a different. But at the same time, the 4 hours oversold, the 22, the 1 hour, and this thing continues to pump. So, I don't know. I'm into it. You know what I mean? And I could see this thing go up another 38% gains. I would be watching it. High volume node. It stays above that. Basically, the retail, it breaks above here. Boom. That's going to be a very low-risk idea there at 0081395. So I'm watching BAX for a possible gain up of 38% for BAX. B-A-X, BAB. All right? BAB, baby, BAB. I'm getting a haircut today, so I will look fresh tomorrow morning. All right? I will get a haircut today. I will look fresh tomorrow morning. Always a typo. I did SUSD, yeah, SUDT. Okay. Super chat, SPACEID. Spread that love, John Thomas. Let's go, baby. Do you think the quantum computing will be competing with the blockchain? Yes and no. And we have quantum resistance coins, too. Get some ARC airdrop from futures trading on MEXC. If you're going to trade it, might as well get into the contests. Hey, 100% Timmy313. God bless you, brother. SPACEID, ORAChain, and XRP. Let's look at ORAChain. One of the first things that I saw this morning. Now, one of my buddies tried to tell me that ORAChain could be exit liquidity of VCs. So, it's a chance we got bagged on this thing. And he told me, too, around this area. And it's been getting sold off, so he could be right. I didn't put a lot into it because it was sketch. You know, I put what I was willing to lose in ORAChain. It's basically ORAI, right? So it's got the AI in it. I want to believe that this narrative could continue, and this is just a low-cap gem that's struggling a little bit. Beautiful cup and handle. 12 hours suggested continue to pump. In all honesty, even if it did get sold off, the TA still kind of gives it legitimacy. We came to a 618 gold. We're in the golden pocket right there. Giant cup and handle. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing got bacon on the beach and decided to pump. So, I own some ORAChain, about $800 worth, something like that at this point. So, just making that clear. Whenever I own a coin, I do disclose it. And I tell you, or if someone, I don't do paid sponsorships. The only thing I would do paid sponsorships is for like BookMap. They give me a monthly salary to talk about BookMap, and I agree to that. But I also get a commission. You know what I mean? But other thing else, I don't. If someone came to me, hey, will you talk about our coin for money? I won't do it because it's too risky. I have a beautiful education business that runs really well. I can't risk that education business to show coins. So I can't do what the other channels do when you see them, hey, buy this coin, do that. And I get emails every day from projects, and I tell them that I don't promote anything else but my own products, because unless it's like a hardware wallet, like the Keystone wallet, you know what I mean? All right, shout out to everybody. ORAChain could come all the way up here to 1291. All right, that's the measured move. All right, it's been up there before, and this thing's actually been really high. But did it? I mean, that's crazy that it was $66 and it got absolutely sold to the ground. AI coins, though, could it get back to 66? I don't know. Anything is possible, you know. I missed the let's go scream. You can earn 27% on your ORAChain in their wallet /DEX. Really? I'm gonna go there and do that right away then. Why not? Thank you for telling me that. I'm gonna go in and check that out. I appreciate you. Why not? What chain is it on though? Let's see what chain is it on. ORAChain is it on? Yeah, I believe it's a ERC20 token. Yeah, it is. It's got an Ethereum address, but it also has a Binance Smart Chain address. That's awesome. So that means it's not going to be so expensive to stake and do all that fun stuff. So let's go to Aura.io. Delegate on the ORAChain network. Interesting. AI layer 1 for data economy and Oracle services. ORAChain is the world's first intelligent and secure solution for emerging Web3 scalable dApps and decentralized AI. Aura Bridge, Validators, and Aura Scan. Hey, I like what OraChain's doing, man, and I may double up on my bag here at this low. Shout out to the 731 people. May get the likes up to the watchers. We had like so many people going crazy yesterday. The live stream was out of control. I know a lot of big YouTubers trying to take the slot today. I don't know what's going on, but shout out to the 718 livers. I think the also, you know, the idea of the exchange kind of going down has people a little salty, I think. And they're just like, they walked away from their computer like, I'm not doing this today, you know. A bit of an Adam and Eve double bottom here, right? And we know what these things do eventually on Frontier. Let me move this back. So front, on my radar here for an Adam and Eve double bottom. It would gap through the VRVP, get above this high volume node in the point of control, and get all the way up here to 43 cents, 80% move there for front. Frontier is on my radar. All right. Exchange is back. You're my number one pick now. Shout out to Jay Valentin, man. God bless you, brother. Where is the lifers today, man? Where was our 1,000 people? We lose 500 people today. It's so weird. Whatever, it is what it is. I got to just keep it moving to be happy with whatever I have. God bless me. Thank you, dear Lord, for the 700 people that you did bless me with today. Thank you for everything that you've given me in my life, and thank you for all the blessings which you've ensued upon me and everyone else here. Thank you. Amen. I almost walked away, but I need to try to make a bit because I got to pay a bill later. Funny. Hey, Livers, beginning course says not available for tomorrow. Yeah, you just got to email us. You can't do a 24-hour update on the link, so just email us, and we can get you in. Super Chat, SPACEID, and XRP. Thank you for the love, man. So OraChain looks pretty good to me. Very oversold in the bigger time frames, right? Beat to the ground. I mean, this is where you would start to look at it. Golden pocket, Fibonacci level. Watch it blast up. What if it 3X's to $12 and you miss out? You never know. It could go to zero, too. So I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking as financial advice. It's got AI in it. It ran up hot when AI was hot. Went from $1 all the way to $11. Did basically a 10x, 9.5x. So it's on my radar. Bolt was on my radar too. Saw it in this interesting little pattern here, getting tighter in the zone. You know, daily's a little high for me, but the 22-hour, 22-hour says no. I'll leave it alone. I don't like it. Might dump down to the 200 SMA in my humble opinion. Numbers. I talked about numbers. Numbers will go up 60%. It then made this falling wedge and retested. It has low liquidity just because I can see by the candles, but looks like it wants to retest this area on the 22-hour time frame. Continue to the upside. Numbers, kid, numbers. One day the whole market kind of tanked and numbers was the one to move. See, it's kind of got a parabola moving here. So I'm watching numbers. It's been kind of on a bit of a tear. Kind of a cup with a handle there too. So numbers is on my radar for a possible gain to about 6 cents and 8 tenths of a cent. Let's take a look at XRP. Yeah, XRP is too big. You know what I mean? You'll get excited for a scalp, but then it will kind of just, it'll mill around, right? So let's take a look at what happened to XRP. Got super tight, looked beautiful. Altcoins struggled a little bit, but if you can see, I mean, to me, it didn't hit the stop loss. It's okay. What I do is I remove moving averages just because they get a little messy there for a second when I'm looking deep diving. Kind of has descending triangle vibes, but it's not flat yet. If that comes lower and you end up getting flat, you're going to be in a descending triangle, which would just dump you right down to the downside. Not saying that's going to happen. I'm just preemptively looking at it in case it does. I won't be completely taken aback by it, right? I wanted that level to hold, the higher low, slight higher low though, and we are tighter in the channel. Moving averages are super, super tight. You're making a flag outside of a bigger breakout. Trade is still valid. Nothing has changed about the trade. Right, is a little lower than entry at this point, and it is close to stop loss, but nothing has changed about the trade. And only an 8% loss to gain 27. I like what we're doing here with XRP. Might be a little lower there now that we've come off of the zone, and that happens sometimes too. All right, 275 now may change the risk slightly, but it's not too bad. 15 minutes overbought, probably going to come down for maybe a better price action. The 333 time frame looking good. The 1 hour could pump. You had a major resistance, though, that you got to get back above 45 cents. And it seemed, you came up, resistance, and now you're kind of slumping. ISO 2022 got it pumping, I guess. Enough people got it excited, but I really didn't think anything big was going to happen, honestly. I had no faith in ISO 2022, personally. So there you have it. XRP on the Super Chat. could start dumping down even further. The 15-minute is bearish right now and wants to come down on you. So you got kind of an M. So you got to hold the trend line here. Once you break the trend line, the whole pattern is done. And, you know, I hold it long term. Don't really like to swing trade or touch XRP too much. You know, it's XRP, man. I love the project. I like what they're doing. Don't get me wrong. I hold XRP, and I'm a firm believer. But it's like, you know, it's got a giant market cap. It's one of the longest, oldest coins in the game. Super chat on SPACEID. SPACEID on Wrapped. That thing just tanked to the downside. Hold on. I'm going to look at it on coin market cap, but I feel like you're giving me something a little sketch, man. You know, I love you. Don't worry. That doesn't mean it, you know, just... Oh, $163 million market cap. All right. Just got a bigger market cap than I thought. I probably looked at the wrong chart. ID, we're aware of an issue affecting spot trading on Binance. All spot trading is currently on hold while we work to resolve. New updates. ID, I see a lot of people whining about maintenance. If it's early, simple. If it's early, simple, don't invest. Funny. So few people have understood the magnitude of this project. SPACEID is building a universal name service network with a one-stop identity platform to discover, register, trade, manage Web3 domains. It also includes a Web3 name SDK and API for developers across blockchains and provides a multi-chain name service for everyone to easily build and create a Web3 identity. The ID token is the governance token of SPACEID. It's designed to play a critical role in the decision-making process of the project, allowing users to have a say in the direction and future of SPACEID. Interesting. Let's take a look at the Ethereum address. Where can you purchase SPACEID? Binance only in KuCoin. They have it on KuCoin. So let's take a look. It looks like it probably just came out. Let's take a look at SPACEID. And AGIX is still in play. AGIX is still in play. Let's take a look at SPACEID. ID, USDT. On KuCoin. All right, so it just came out and it actually skyrocketed to the moon. Interesting. Looks like it actually could continue on the 1 hour time frame to the upside. I'm very sketchy to trade tiny coins, but it's a new project that could make bacon on the beach. It is on KuCoin. Interesting to me. It's got me a little excited, I'll be honest. SPACEID, I may throw like $500 in this just to get started, see where that ends, see where that takes me on a little bit of a journey. You know, the 1 hour time frame says this thing can move. Your 15 minutes is kind of your next. That needs to come on down, but if it comes down and it stays inside this channel, because you're looking at basically this right here, and you're looking at the length of that. Yeah, I mean, that thing could do numbers. I think I'm a little, I don't know. I mean, it just came out too, skyrocketed, then they got sold off, came back down, and now it's consolidating sideways. Wait for the 15 minute to reset. If it loses this, then fine. You got a shoulder, a head, and two right shoulders, and come on down back to here. But if it can hold this trend line, the 1 hour will give you a move. You know, highly likely. You never know, but the 1 hour could give you a bit of a move there. 30-minute time frame getting a little spent too. I would never, unless I was thinking of holding, like it seemed interesting to me. The TA is legendary. Thank you for the love, man. Breaking news, the U.S. Treasury Secretary has called an unscheduled and closed to the public meeting of the Financial Stability Oversight Council for today. That is Bear City. That's no good. Press release, Financial Stability Oversight Council releases report on digital asset financial stability risk and regulation. The Financial Stability Oversight Council today released its report on digital assets. No, October 3rd, sorry. So sorry. Why do you do that and you never get the news anymore? You never get the news of the day. You know what I mean? This should come up for today. Like, anytime, past day. That's what I'm doing. All right. Now, I didn't realize that my whole life I've been messing up. Okay. Emergency meeting of the Fed closed to the public. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen will convene the heads of the top U.S. financial regulators Friday morning for a previously unscheduled meeting of the Financial Stability Oversight Council. The meeting will be closed to the public, the Treasury Department said in a statement. The Treasury didn't say what time the meeting would begin, and it wasn't immediately clear whether the council would issue a statement following the meeting. The step comes as regulators continue efforts to instill calm in financial markets among bank depositors following the recent failure of two mid-sized lenders in the U.S. and a near collapse of a banking giant. No good. No good. That's crazy. That is crazy. ORAI, SPACEID. Hey, you might have found out about a new coin here on the channel that you never heard about. MINA, please. Double bottom. Gains ahead. Shout out to Bryson Gonzalez. May the Lord bless you with your givings that you gave to me, man. Thank you so much for the love. That's so nice. May you have good karma for the rest of your years. So MINA, you called a double bottom. It just came out on KuCoin in March 8th. I like MINA protocol. The only thing about them is they may be running on Amazon. They could have changed it. When I deep dived them, I did a deep dive on MINA. And I found out as much as I could about the MINA protocol. Picture in a picture. All right. MINA. See, I used to do videos for the crypto lifestyle like once a week. Worked really hard to do it. And we used to, I did a MINA video. Now, a lot of those videos are still relevant to this day. Oh, no, here it is. See, this is how you know I'm an OG, man. I'm breaking down MINA a year ago. What was the day I broke this down? August 3rd, coming up on 2 years ago soon. A year and a half ago, I'm teaching you about MINA protocol in my lifer hoodie, in my short hair. And I'm telling you all about it, what it does, how you can learn about it, how you can run a node, what they do, and more. So get excited, MINA, man. And watch this video. It'll teach you a lot about MINA if you want to know. Look, 133 cess. Look at that, 133. Why is that on the 133? So interesting. Two things. But yeah, we did a lot of work on this channel. I've been grinding. I used to edit every single video that I made. Man, YouTube is one of the hardest jobs you'll ever work in your life. If you want to be successful at it, it is a vicious game. But it will be so rewarding. So what else do you want? Nothing is easy in this life. Do you want it easy or do you want to have to work for it? I don't want it easy. I know that. Getting something easy never has been the word. You know what I mean? Never was the word. Yes, I don't see a lot of beautifulness here. Possibly VR, but that's tiny, too tiny. The coins are tiny, so we needed the market. When the market's slamming, you got tiny coins. Not a good look. IMX has really been on the radar. You'd think, why couldn't it get a bit of a pump with all the talk, right? It did break out 47%, came back down. Let's just take a look at IMX. A lot of people want to know what's going on with this thing. It's at the bottom of its barrel, so if you still believe in the project, so could be an excellent lower value opportunity. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but comes back down here one more time. That's going to be a perfect sweet spot. 90 cents if it breaks $1 ever again. So I'd be watching Immutable X. I believe it's going to do numbers. And it was a pretty big coin at one point. I believe it was more than $8 a coin. If we go over here, it was pretty big at one point. And Fridays are lackluster. You have lack of volume on a Friday. It's just not the same most of the time. We had pumped on Fridays, though. So, wow, it's got $1 billion market cap already. That's interesting. These coins are tiny, but they still got a pretty big market cap. What was its all-time high? So it was like $8 at the all-time high. All right. I always thought it was like a bigger coin. Effect coin, what do you think? It must dump for double bottom. Caspa, Bitcoin 2.0. Dude, Cas is awesome. I keep grabbing Caspa and just snatching it up on MEXC and just grabbing bags of this stuff. This thing has been on an absolute tear. If you're in my trading group, we put out the chart right here and it's still up. Still up despite the market's 27%. This has been one of the most relentless coins in the game. And I remember someone asked me, hey, could you chart Casper right here one day? And then we found this flag, and then we continued to move. Then we drew the Fibonacci, and we could teach you Fibonacci here. Fibonacci came down to the 0.65, the 0.618, started to get a bumped up, and continued to move. Look, it bounced off this 582 area, bounced off the 382, and then it was on its way for a move to break the all-time high. Then it had kind of a slanted cup and handle that we pointed out. That blasted to the upside, and I mean, this thing has just been on an absolute tear. Look at it. It's been in a bull run basically since October 18th. That's a proper retrace to a 6.5 Fibonacci retracement, and then it just continues to move. It then also retested its previous high here for the move to the bounce, so previous support became new resistance, and we got our bumpage. You had this cup, the handle, to the upside. So now we take a look here at our next possible support zone. And now we could pull a Fibonacci from here. Once it starts to get really, really overbought, and it's a little too overbought, which it looks like it is getting, it's been sold up a little bit. It's going to come back down to the 618 area, likely for a move. So it's far away on this chart. I'm looking this to pull back. And this area at 1 penny even looks to be the load up zone for me. So I'm going to be watching CASPA very, very closely. And if we get back in my green box here, I will be loading up more of this coin. All right. I'm starting to build some bags now. I'm starting to reveal the bags that I'm building. Okay. I'm nice enough to do that because I could die tomorrow. And I'd love to just kind of let you know. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Let's take a look at any other super chats out there that we're missing. MINA, please. Double bottom gains ahead. MINA didn't look like it had a double bottom. It's interesting you said that. Or this double bottom here, maybe. Okay, yeah, that was a double bottom right here. 1, 2, you know, it kind of hit the top of the double bottom there. Now seems to be retesting, but the 1 hour does want to move. 22 hours got not a lot of sauce on it. 4 hour wants to dump on you. I feel like we're in these broadening wedges. I don't know, it's weird. That's what I see there for MINA. I just want it to stay inside the zone. Chop, 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 and then it can break on out to the upside. 1 hour says you're coming down or just going somewhat sideways here. You just want to see this trend line hold for MINA. Really new, so you don't have a lot of data on the small, on KuCoin itself. We can go to MINA on Binance and get more data. I probably should just be doing that. But I want to trade it on KuCoin, But it will follow the. That's the thing. You should go to the bigger exchange, even if you're not going to trade on the bigger exchange. Because think about it. If there was a huge resistance right here that you can't see on it will hit it, even though if it can't hit it on KuCoin. You know what I mean? Because the markets are intertwined and the values are intertwined. All right. And so that's just something that you will see. All right. Shout out to the 744 people on the live stream. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the love. So MINA protocol on the radar. Possible moves. That would take you to 120 for MINA from 85 cents. I believe it's highly likely. I like that it's holding this trend line. Second, it breaks that trend line, it changes to a double bottom and the story changes. But as long as this trend holds, I'd like to see MINA get coiled up tighter inside this ascending triangle, which is a bilateral pattern with a 50% chance of a break to the upside or to the downside. Could break you down there like so to this area. But with the really bigger time frame being more oversold, looks pretty good. We'll take a look at it too. I won't leave you hanging. We'll look at it on Binance because it has way more data. So I had it in this falling wedge. Resistance, it broke back above that. Use that as support. That's a really good sign too. So there's that same double bottom. Similar idea, but you can see way more data, see? It's important to do that. Even if I am trading on KuCoin. Because these levels are significant and they should have a role in what happens to MINA. Really messy price action. Kind of a cup and handle here. Like there's your, there's your handle and there's your bigger cup, but looks so much better on KuCoin, right? It's funny. Yeah, oh yeah, that's what I was looking at. I could flag out with a bigger chart, a bigger pattern. But yeah, that's the MINA idea that we're looking at right there. Daily's really overbought, so it has to come back down a little bit. My humble opinion. 22 could pump, though. That's the way the market's been looking. Looks like we're going to pin the daily on it with the 22. And the whole market could rip. This would go up 50%. This might happen by Monday, honestly, the way MINA moves. Wait for it to squiggle in that tight zone, and then if it can stay inside that move, stop loss somewhere below here, and it can get back above this point of control and stay above it. So look for MINA to stay above the POC in the ascending triangle. And that's what we're looking for here. Keep looking for another. An ascending triangle. All about watching things and making sure they do what they're supposed to. ACOG in a giant cup and handle. Age of Gods. These are all these little coins that are like metaverse coins. Nobody really cares. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing was 3 cents at 0.8 of a cent. Faster than I realized, you know. I don't own any of it. I don't know anyone that, you know, I just saw that and it looked good to me. Nothing, you know, I'm just going for the flow. Moment for the tunes. That sounds so nice, the guitar. Throw in the Tupac tape. You're funny. Bitcoin is innovation at its very best, but the throttle by the government is not allowing it to be organic, especially at key and pivotal moments. Do you agree, Sam? 100%. 100%. 100%, man. Shout out to Randy Abraham. May God bless you here. Liquidity, please. Do you think AGIX is a 10x in 3 years? I think it's more than that in 2 years. ARB, game over. What does that mean? It tanked? Took a nice beat down? Fell out of the channel, lost this beautiful trend line. See, that's why I draw trend lines. Once you lose a trend line, you know. But you got this flag, though. Not a lot of good price action. It's just coming out. I bought into this at 129, remember? See what happens. Could go to 0. Don't put in what you're, you know, don't. I didn't put 10K in here, I'll tell you that. I didn't put 20K. You know, if this thing goes to 0, I'll be like, is it going to go to 0? One of the biggest? No, it doesn't make sense. So it just doesn't make sense. You know, it has too much volume, too much people interested in it, too much going on. Honestly, low, higher, high. You know, it's like you're keeping higher lows. You just got to break in this to make a higher high. 15-minute chart says you can go blasting. Market's weird today, though. It's a Friday with low volume. A lot of people got shook out the market early, so we have less volume than normal, right? Look, even my stream got less people today for whatever reason. We were at like 1,000 people every single day, and then today, 500 people gone. Why is that? Where are they? They got tight. They got upset. They didn't want to be around. What do you trade on more, MEXC or KuCoin? It depends. I'm trading a little more MEXC than I used to, but still more KuCoin than MEXC. It's back and forth, though. It depends. You know what I mean? I keep looking by Giant's Nest. I keep looking. FOT it by Giant. I don't know what that means. Fought it by Giant's Nest. What does that mean, man? Shout out to Jim P. It's my dad's name. MEXC VPN needed. No. 6-hour holding 21 on ARB. Last support to prevent the dump. Possibly. I enjoyed the screen share yesterday. So much knowledge. Means a lot. Thank you, Sam. Anytime, man. May God bless you for saying that. I appreciate it. So much just like what did this dude say? Tom kind of running about half right now as well. Just a down day. A lot of traders have been shaken out over the last few days, right? Can you look at Coinbase stock on TradingView? You're the best. Thanks. Shout out to David Kennedy in the house. Quasar and Cosmos ecosystem looks interesting. It is. It looks like... I like Cosmos, and I don't think they're going to put out garbage or associate with garbage. Substantial coin. Quasar coin. Let's take a look at it. Metadata is untracked. Let's take a look here. And it can only be get on Cosmos, right? Can't even find out where it is, man. I like it. I mean, this is when you know you're hot. Like, you're on something that just hasn't even begun yet. Welcome to Quasar Coin, a decentralized social marketplace. What is Quasar? From a distance, it looks like a bright star, but it's actually thousands and thousands of galaxies. Showing the activity of the universe early, it is evidence that the universe continues to grow. It is at the end of the universe, but it emits enormous energy, conforming its existence to us. A quasar. Yeah, a quasar, yeah. I don't know why I was calling it Quasar Coin. I didn't know. I know what a quasar is, though. I used to study all that stuff as a kid. I love that stuff. Black holes, quasars, deep space. Oh wait, you get a card here? Card terminal, public key and hash code, transaction process, a blockchain, QR key scanner. The Quasar cards are the easiest payment method for users who are familiar with using credit cards when paying by Quasar Coin, and can be paid by various methods such as QR code, IC chip, and NFC. That's amazing. You got to take the old system and make it look just like it, and then hand someone a crypto credit card. They won't even know the difference. And I'm not even talking about the crypto credit cards that we have, like the ones that transmit crypto behind the scenes. That's one thing. This looks like it's an actual, like it's moving the coin around. The other one, like my Coinbase card, buys stuff with cryptocurrency on the back end, right? And, you know, it does amazing. God bless Visa for doing this. I'm super excited about this. I love this thing. This thing saved my life. It expires next year, thank God. Man, I waited in line. I waited so long for this Coinbase card. I'm telling you right now, I waited so long for this. And when I finally got it, I was so excited to be able to, access cryptocurrency. It saved my life when the legacy banking system decided to turn it, basically go down. I was able to get myself doing damage, living life, doing what I had to do. So they got a mobile wallet already, and you can download it and already get it going on Mac. They have a really good project. Wow. 1 ETH equals 5,000 QAC, current standard price. Interesting. Let's take a look at their Twitter, see how many people are in there. Quasar Coin, 437 followers. Jeez Louise, this thing is tiny. Tiny. Good morning, everyone. Another day, another bank in trouble. Deutsche Bank is down 14%. Their credit default swaps are surging. This means the cost to insure bondholders against the default is rising rapidly. Not good. Yikes. Former 100 million money manager seen on Bloomberg, Fox TV, CEO of GRT Capital, Grit Capital. How do these people become the CEO of Grit Capital? Genevieve Roach Dector. Pretty cool, though. A young woman, a beautiful young woman, must I say. And she's the CEO of her own capital firm. I mean, that's pretty cool, man. I'd love to interview this person. This is very interesting. 37, she has huge following. Never heard of her before. Remember when a Deutsche executive committed suicide and then we never heard anything about it? The former Deutsche Bank, it was found in Malibu with authorities. Bowers was one of a number of employees of the bank who controversially signed off billions of dollars worth of loans. The loans came under scrutiny after the institution turned down. Wow. Bowers was not with Deutsche Bank at the time of his death, having left. That's pretty weird. Silvergate, Silicon, Signature, First Republic, Credit Suisse. Now Deutsche Bank is wobbling. Probably nothing. Wow. Look, imagine driving on a boot and just dipping away on your boot. That's got to destroy your car, man. That's the banking system, right? They're just going to keep going, even though it's broken. They do not care. That guy's destroying his car. He knows that, right? Maybe not. I mean, the wheel isn't spinning. It's got to do something down to the transmission. That can't be good. Oh, God. Anyway, yeah, the banking system, just one more rate hike, Jerome Powell. That's pretty funny. But that's what it feels like. Funny, stealing our time. How many people are going to watch it? Anyway. Man, it's a tough day in the markets today for sure. Not the same. A little bit of a sketchy Friday. I'll give it to you. I want CAS to come back down to a sweet spot, touch the 21-day moving average. It's a chance it respects the 382. Take a nibble there, take a nibble there. I'm building big positions in this. I like CAS, but You do whatever makes you happy. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as such. Just go to zero and turn to nothing. I don't know. I'm speculative. You know? Shot himself 7 times before head. Sounds about right. Yeah, it's crazy. Are you getting the Volt card? No, I haven't. I didn't even know about it. Get into BNB February 2020 and held to 500. Do you think KCX or MS could do similar numbers since they're exchange tokens that survived the bear market? Of course, average Joe. And I always like getting into exchange-based tokens. Watch my video about exchange-based tokens. I think I did FDX. We might have to take that out. But I was just going over what an exchange-based token is and, you know, which the different ones are out there, right? We looked at this KuCoin. I mean, the altcoins are slumping. Let's be honest. They're in a bit of a rut. But I'm going to show you something on Total 2 in a second that may blow your mind. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you Total 2 in a second. That is the total market cap of all the altcoins excluding Bitcoin. All right. Then you have Total 3, all the altcoins excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. I did say Ethereum because I just wanted to change it up. Shoulder, head, and a right shoulder here on the daily time frame. Coming back down. KuCoin shares is just messy. Be honest, usually I'm the man and I'm like, right? If I can't do that, it means the market's looking so sketchy. You know? Even KuCoin shares here, resistance. And then previous support became a new resistance with a rising wedge that breaks to the downside, daily pointing down on you. Kind of a shoulder, head, and a shoulder there. It says KuCoin shares could come all the way back down to 640. It's in this giant falling wedge that to me it broke out from. So it broke a giant, I mean, look, it was in a downtrend for a long time and it broke it. It's a good sign that it got out of that. It's a good sign that it got out of it. Let's take a look at the 22-hour time frame. 22-hour time frame is also in a bit of a flag here. That could break it out. KuCoin shares. I'm waiting for Bitcoin's bigger move here too, right? CSPR is another one on my radar. That thing didn't do the retest at the 618. Look at that. Beautiful 618 retest. Held the zone. Fell right down to a beefier order block here. Down here we had a bit of a double bottom. Casper. And I usually post like 10 to 15 altcoins a day. I've been posting like 3 to 5. I don't overtrade when the market's whack. I don't shove my money into fireplaces. I'm a smart, you know what I mean? I want to be here in 10 years. I want to take money out of the market when the market's a lot less difficult to take money out of the market. You know what I mean? I don't force it. I know you start trading, you want to trade every day. It's like, just like surfing. You don't surf every day. You surf when the waves give you the best waves. You may show up one day and realize it's just not going to happen. Or you may show up and there's no waves at all. Like, that's like no volume. Okay? If my lifer fam can spread prayerful thoughts towards my dad, for some reason they keep pushing him for gallbladder removal. He just had surgery 6 months ago. Don't like surgeries at all. All right, let's everyone say a big prayer for Mr. Cashmore. That for whatever reason, God has his best. You know, God will take care of him, and whatever happens, he will be okay. If he has to get the gallbladder removed, he has to get it removed. I agree, man. Surgery is not fun. And I'm sorry to hear that. I hope the best for you and your family, man. And thank you for having me for Christmas. Amazing story, everyone. If you're just coming to the channel, I went to Florida for Christmas. I ended up meeting a lifer at like a cool place to eat, having kind of a meeting. And then he said, hey, listen, we're having Christmas tomorrow night at my house. You're welcome to come on in. And I was first a little bit bashful. Me and my wife were sitting there and we're like, yeah, we'll go over there. Then we got there and we're like, are we really going to show up to someone's house we don't know? But then we sat in our Airbnb. We got bored. It was 7:38. And I said, man, he invited us over. What else are we going to do? I said, let's go over and mix and mingle. I said, I'm the lifer. They love me, man. I said, we're going to have a blast. So they got a little girl. Our daughters will play. And we went over their house. They had tacos. One of their cousins, or I think the younger brother, had cooked tacos. And man, what a great family, man. And we hung out with the Cashmores, man. And we had a blast. It was awesome. So thank you so much. I've never done anything like that in my entire life. I never crashed someone's Christmas. But, I also wasn't the lifer. So, hey, shout out to Justin, man, for letting me crash your Christmas, man. It was the coolest thing ever that I ever did, bro. God bless you, man. And may God bless your dad, man. We'll say a prayer for him when I go to bed at night. He was really nice to me, too. Good dude. Justin, there's some alternative depending on what his issue is. Are you in the Lifer Discord? You are a blessing for our family, man. Thank you so much, Justin. May God bless you, brother. May God bless you. I can't believe someone tells me I'm a blessing for their family. Like, That could make me cry right now, man. Your family is amazing. Thank you. You too, brother. Your wife, your kids, beautiful family, man. God bless you, brother. Praying for your dad, man. Everyone will pray for your dad, brother. We got you. We got you. We got you. And with that, let's jump on into the news. Let's jump on in to the news. We got to watch this one more time. Sorry. I got to do this again. I apologize. I wasn't doing the news anyway. I have to do it again. No worries. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in every single day. My name is Sam Price, the Crypto Lifer. On my Crypto Lifer YouTube channel, I go over the news and things that could affect us throughout the day, 3 to 4 big ideas that could be pushing forward. And one is ZK Sync. And if you're not into what ZK rollups are and how they could change basically the way our entire world works and the way we can transmute at faster rates and make ecosystems be able to handle more transactions per second. ZK Sync EVM era opens to the public. This is a big deal. Ethereum has a new scaling solution reaching public mainnet going live Friday. ZK Sync's EVM compatible zero-knowledge proof-based rollups is open to the public from 10 a.m. Eastern Time. I mean, this is huge. ZK EVM from Polygon was announced in mid-February, and its equivalent offering, which the team calls mainnet beta, is expected to go live Monday, March 27th. This is huge. They spent $3.8 million on testing and auditing, according to a state shared with Blockworks, including 7 independent security audits, one with leading auditor Open Zeppelin, and an open-ended bug bounty program with Immunify. You really need this layered approach to security. Adding, now we feel comfortable, but I mean, it's still alpha. People have to understand it's still brand new technology. Hey, nothing ventured, nothing gained. MetaMask adds EIP436 so users can securely log into websites with its crypto wallet. MetaMask has added compatibility with EIP4361 sign-in with Ethereum. This feature acts as a self-custody alternative to centralized identity providers like email when using websites. MetaMask now supports sign-in with Ethereum, a feature that enables people to securely use its crypto wallet to authenticate websites. This is huge, everybody. This is where we're going. MetaMask was the beginning of Web3. This is what we're going to see, a big surge in Web3. With EIP4361 implementation, users of wallet projects like MetaMask can sign a standard message for format to log into websites. Before you could do this, but now you can do it bigger and bigger. What if it becomes across all websites? This is going to be a big deal. We are moving to a new future where you don't log in anymore, where your identity travels with you through the internet. This is what I teach. This is what I talk about. This is Web 3.0. NASDAQ aiming to debut crypto custody service by Q2. The stock exchange operator announced its intentions last Saturday as it looked to respond to the demand from institutional crypto investors. Will they take the crypto and then fractionally reserve it, though, or will they do something different and actually keep it one-to-one? We don't want the banking system doing what they do when they custody our money. We want this to be a completely different custody solution. I'm going to look into this, what will happen, but it is good that NASDAQ's looking into crypto custody. It's turning into regulation. They're the ones with the money. They're going to turn on the government entities and say, hey, you need to give us what we need so we can do what we want. This is a big deal, and they will write the laws. The big businesses, when it's ready for them, they'll send their lobbyists in and they'll get it done the way they want it. So this is a big news for NASDAQ aiming to debut cryptocurrency service by Q2. That's not too long from now. Here's why crypto traders should be attentive to de-inversion of the treasury yield curve. I was talking about that. You know what I mean? Basically, you get more for a shorter term yield than a longer term yield right now. That's not a good sign. Crypto traders looking for clues on whether Bitcoin's bull run could continue without disruption should look at the U.S. bond market. Bitcoin has gained over 60% this year, stating that the pre-halving bullish period with a bang, Coinbase data shows prices rose to a 9-month high near 29,000 this week, predominantly due to the recent rapid repricing of interest rate expectations and banks collapsing, which he did not mention. Still, bulls need to be cautious because the negative spread between yields on a 10-year and 2-year treasury notes is beginning to narrow. The gap between the two has reduced sharply between 80 basis points in 2 weeks to just 30 basis points in a short turning positive at the press time. Historically, the so-called de-inversion or re-steepening of the curve has meant an economic recession, consecutive quartering contractions in growth rate. It's just a few months away and portended significant downtrends in the stock market. Bitcoin is seen as both a haven and an emerging technology and tends to move in line with technology when macroeconomic concerns dominate investor psyche. I disagree. I think he's right up until a point, but he's too stuck in the idea that Bitcoin cannot be a hedge against the banking system as well. That's an outlier for Bitcoin. That makes it different. Basically saying this could throw off a recession for the whole world. And yes, the whole world could go down and Bitcoin go down slightly, but in the bigger scheme of things, Bitcoin will eventually rise higher than everything else because it'll be more scarce. It's just so simple to me why someone should be investing in Bitcoin and not something, because they can hold it themselves, number one. They don't have to trust a bank to hold it. That's huge, right? And look what's happening right now. Like when you own your own wealth, it's important, all right? If you had gold, would you hand your gold to someone else or would you hold your own gold? You know what I mean? So anyway, that's the news for the day. I hope you got educated and liked that. Definitely pay attention to the news, to this inverted curve. It's a big deal. Definitely Bloomberg moving. That's huge. MetaMask and the ZK Sync roll-up coming out of Matic. That's a huge deal. So Matter Labs moves ZK Sync era into public alpha phase. I'm telling you right now, this is going to be huge. It already is huge. And it's going to implement and change the way. It's going to change the way in which we do we do commerce and with the way computers interact. It's going to be a big deal 2-3 years from now when we really have this fine-tuned. I'm excited to see where we go. If you said Bitcoin going up, it means you knew. How are you positive every day? Because God has given me a beautiful life. And I used to work a night shift, all right? And I don't work a night shift anymore. If you worked a night shift for 6 years, I got onto the day shift, I was happy, okay? And so like when you live a tough life and then your life isn't like it used to be, I used to have to ride my bike to a night shift every night. I used to get off at 1 or 3 in the morning. I did it from when I was like 28 to 35, 34, 6 years, 5.5 to 6 years. So, you know what I mean? I should have some ZK Sync tokens coming if they have an airdrop. You said Bitcoin going up. I don't know what he means. Thank you. Why does 4 to 3 forbidden error show on Binance? I'm on night shift. It's rough. I did it for 5 years, man. From 7 to 3. I usually got out early because that's why you work a night shift. I would only work a night shift if I could work 5 to 6 hours a night. That was the only reason I did it. Worked night shift for less than a year, and that was awful. Couldn't imagine 6 years. Yeah, it was crazy, man. So I know ask me, why are you happy all the time? Well, I bought Bitcoin at 19,000. I'm up about 10 racks. I bought Bitcoin at 16,000. Now I'm up huge. So just though that alone makes me feel pretty good. I'm up huge on what I did. I took huge risks when most of the world was freaking out. I bought into fear. I've trained myself to do that. So I woke up today feeling pretty good about my life, right? I have beautiful people in it. I have 2 kids that love me to death. I have my wife that treats me like a king. Like my wife treats me like a king. If your wife doesn't treat you the way my wife treats me, when I'm hot, she takes a cold thing and dabs me and says, let me cool you. She treats me like a king. If you don't get treated that way by your wife, you're missing out. Most of the world does not get buttered like I get buttered. My wife butters me up. I'm telling you right now, you don't even know. I should stop talking. I'll make people jealous. My wife is so amazing. So someone asked, why do you show up every day and why are you always in a good mood? Because I got so much going on that makes me happy, man. And I got so much to be grateful for. I'm going to go to bed grateful tonight. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to wake up grateful. And I'm going to use gratitude at every single second of my day. That's why I show up in a good mood. That's why I do what I do. And I'm on YouTube, man. I always dreamed of doing it, and I get to do it. Like, I'm doing all the things that I dreamed of doing with my life. Why should I be upset? You know, I have no reason to be upset. If I'm upset, then I need to pack it in, man. If I come here and I have an attitude problem, I need to pack it in. Because I have such a blessed life, so my wife chokes me. Yo, Jesus. My wife would never touch my neck like that. You have a group that loves you and appreciates you. Been on the nights in the ER for 10 years and I hate it. Shout out to James Wozniak. Grave shift is rough too, man. The best work, evening shifts, 3 p.m. to 12. Out of traffic, Thursday, Fridays off. No crowds, amazing. Hey, you like it, man. It works for you. 3 to 12 ain't bad. It's really not a night shift. You know what I mean? Life is short, stress shortens it. Amen, dude. Life is short, stress shortens it. Can I tweet that, please? I want to tweet that. I like that, man. Because, like, we don't have time to be stressful. We don't have time to freak out. No matter what happens, your life is what you have. Everything else is an add-on. If you can breathe and eat today, everything else is an add-on. If you have enough food to survive, you have water to drink, and you have the air to breathe, man, everything else is an add-on. That's how I look at it. Everything else is extra. You know what I mean? This is a blessing that we have every day. What you just described is the greatest fortune that most can never achieve. Just got in the life. Good morning, man. It starts in the mind. It starts in the mind. Like, you find success in the mind. Everything else gets created around it, but the mind creates the success here, and then it's very simple. Like, you're like a video game creator, and you're programming the video game around you. The more you use your brain, the more you can program what happens to your life and what happens to you. You're in control. You're in control. And honestly, a lot of people say, oh, he's going off on the mind tangent again. He's not showing any charts. And it's like, if you don't realize how important your mind is in the charts, you know what I mean? Just got in the live. Good morning. Shout out to Rug View 123, baby. Been grinding nights for 19 years trucking. Mushu, man, that is not easy, bro. Unreal. XTX moves soon. I like XTX. I believe I looked at it last night, if I can remember correctly. I got it in a flag. I'm watching this flag. It took a little bit of a dump here, though. That's okay. 8 hours coming back down to the bottom of the channel. That ain't bad. If it loses this level, it's going to break down, right? If it loses that level, but you got a 12% stop loss for a 33% gainer. That's a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio, a little bit underneath. So, but it's got to hold. If this starts to drop, you're going to kind of a shoulder, head, and a shoulder there, though. You see that? Shoulder, head, shoulder. Once you see it on a bigger time frame, go to a smaller to verify. It's kind of complexy in a way, and that's rolling over. It's kind of got the Adam and Eve double, I don't know. It's got some Bart Simpson vibes to me, like it's going to come back down to this area. It's got a Bart head on it, right? Doesn't look amazing. 1 hour could push, though. So 8 hour has to stop the pain here. The 8 hour candle closes, another one turns green there. That'd be a pretty good idea to long. But again, I'm not a financial advisor, and nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Wick to wick. Looks like we could go higher here. 45%. Now it's even higher because we're at the bottom of the channel. And look at that, another extra 13% just by going for the bottom of the channel. I think we get a pump at lunch. You think, huh? I believe in life. You never know, man. Crypto Cal 82, bro. What we think really doesn't matter with the charts. I believe life is what you put into it. If you do good things and project good karma, it will return to you. Amen. Hey, Sam, happy Friday. Amazing screen share last night. Also got into XRP trade. Have a great day. Oh, yeah, but it went to the downside, right? I might have got stopped out of it. So I left the group temporarily to reset my payment schedule for the first month. Wandered around to some other Discord servers, and I feel like I just don't belong anywhere else but in the 99. Shout out to Legos the Lifer, man. May we bless you, brother. I'll be light into her life by introducing blockchain and Bitcoin. There you go. Miss y'all. Be back on the 1st. No worries, man. That's what David Guggen said. Control your mind. Don't let it control you. Amen. Amen. My wife is awesome as well. Changed my life completely for the better. You're lucky. You and me are blessed that we have that, man. You and me are so blessed that we have that. Hey, Lifer, for that dust short, cheap printing. Oh, yeah, I remember you saying you like to short dusk or something, right? A little bit right there. 8 hours says it's going to dump. I see what you're saying. Let's take a look. And look, that inverted head and shoulder just didn't really like, look, that's a shoulder, a head and a shoulder. I don't know. See how the price action stand on the 200 SMA? I'd be careful there. That's an inverted head and shoulder that's about to blast, in my opinion. But there's no guarantees. You know what I mean? That could make bacon on the beach, bro. 22 hours says it could blast. Look at DUSK. So I'm the other way on it. I like long in this thing. Stop loss below the head. And that's textbook right there. 2.6 risk-reward ratio, so it's a little sketch. But lack of bearish momentum there. Falling volume with falling price. It has very little liquidity because the candles are just not full. But DUSK, man, on that 22-hour time frame, looks amazing, man. Looks amazing. Yep. Can you check Bitcoin dominance at Bitcoin? Maybe alt pump. We'll take a look at Bitcoin dominance for sure. So look, let's go over this. We talked about a break it to the downside there. It did break down. Bounced off the zone. Now the 333 time frame looks good. The 1 hour time frame's overspent. So let's take a look. The rising wedge did break to the downside, and it came to where, pretty close to where it should go. So that occurred. We got a little bit of a pullback. We still didn't really get the love, though. We really didn't, So let's take a big picture of Bitcoin dominance. Look, it has this resistance. It breaks above that and comes on up. What if Bitcoin just absolutely rallies? Now, here's the theory, right? Altcoin rally. Like these altcoin rallies. And at any moment, uncorrelated to other markets, you can get these altcoin rallies, right? So what do you want to do? I'll teach you something pretty cool right now, all right? That'll blow your mind. I actually just had an epiphany. I just came up with this thought. I've never done it before. Go find FETBTC, and let's put these both on... Let's put these both on, like, the 4-day chart, right? All right. Watch this. This will blow your mind. I'm going to teach you some amazing insight right now. I'm going to take my face off the camera because you got to see this. I just had an amazing idea. You never know when I'm going to have these ideas. That's why you want to show up, because you just never know when I'm going to get inspired. I have an insane mind, and sometimes it just decides to spark. So look, this is a really good idea here. I'm going to the 4-day on FETBTC. Let's coincide these areas where FET ripped and Bitcoin dominance, right? So here, right there. Let's identify this point right here in nature. I'm going to put a box on it. It's right there. I'm also then going to put a box on this right here. And then I'm going to stay inside the box. Oh, no, it's over. Sorry. Then I'm going to hang out inside the boxes. Look, you see this? So we want to backtrack these theories. Now, we see the other one. It kind of struggled. Like, this meant the whole market was dipping down. So that wasn't really the best alt season. You see that? So let's move forward. Let's move our box forward and stay in control. And here again, Bitcoin dominance was falling off. So look, I thought I was going to get more of a correlated behavior here. And I'm not seeing that. Drop to the downside. FET did also drop. Actually, no, let's be honest. No. Okay, let's. So this is good. Let's move our green box. I just wasn't aligned properly. So here we are. Look, Bitcoin dominance struggles. Starts to drop a little bit. FET goes sideways. And then as it ends its zone. But interesting, then FETBTC pumps with Bitcoin dominance. Bit weird, right? I didn't expect that. Bitcoin dominance takes a move out of the market. So look, this is interesting. I thought I was going to get a really completely discorrelated behavior here. The pump starts right there. So does Bitcoin dominance pump for FETBTC. So strange. The whole market rips when Bitcoin rips. Usually it's not the case on the BTC pairs. Like here, this is what I'm looking for. Bitcoin dominance rips at the spot, right? Starts rips. And look, it's late now. We're starting to realize that it's a bit late. And like, you get Bitcoin dominance to slump. And this starts to drop kind of before. And then this is starting to drop. And then Bitcoin dominance gets the extra pump. And then the sell-off happens. Disappointing to me. I wanted to get more data out of that. Let's go further back and see if we can get a... Maybe that, you know, we were in a bearish market, so the times weren't as correlated. No, just not, right there. So this is what I want. This is what I was hoping to see, right? That when FETBTC was super beat and Bitcoin dominance was super high and we matched these up in the green zone, see? And then as Bitcoin dominance started to kind of flop, really flap, FETBTC ripped up. That's what we're looking for. That's the correlation that I want. I want this move to the upside here. And then even here, this is really the one you want. Move this box here and move this box here. And look, see that? That's the correlation that I'm looking for. I feel like I have to add one more outlier to do the math, right? And that would be tether dominance. Because that should kind of fill in the blank of why that area didn't fulfill the move. You know, all right, so here, let's go back to that original box. It was there, right? Yeah. Let's get USDT up on there. Where are you, USD Tether? So we hold this zone. So Tether began to lose its position too. The other times Tether probably gained. So let's go look where FETBTC went up with Bitcoin. Tether should have been absolutely getting demolished. You see what I mean? So here there's the spike for Bitcoin dominance and the spike for FETBTC. We better get a tank in Bitcoin in Tether dominance at that point. If not, something's wrong. Like my brain's like, all right, so there it is. So now we know the correlative behavior. We're gonna have to make sure. So the next time we want to run Bitcoin pairs, right? We could get a pump in Bitcoin dominance, but we want to make sure that Tether dominance is falling. So we could get a dump in Bitcoin dominance and Tether dominance goes flat, I guess, or comes up. But this is kind of the key then. So the major way to make money is when Bitcoin dominance rips, the BTC pairs follow the price action, and people just sell out of Tether on the 4-day chart. It's interesting, right? Now, what happened the last time we were oversold on both FETBTC and Tether dominance? Let's look for a time when they were both oversold. Interesting enough. Huh. FETBTC says it's about to get a big move too. So let's take a look at FETBTC. What's wrong with the baby there? Why is she crying? Then don't put her to sleep. So you got a previous support and resistance area. You lose that, you're going to drop, hit control to here. You lose that, you go somewhere to here. See how that 4-day looks like it's about to rip? It's interesting. So I'm going to watch this for the next couple of days. But I mean, Fed is hot. And what if Fed can make gains on Bitcoin? Bitcoin goes sideways in that channel. We finally get some alt moves. We'll take a look at the all-time. We'll take a look at also total too in a second. 141% gains coming out of FETBTC. I'm going to start watching this closely. That could make some bacon on the beach. Really multiply the Bitcoin. You know what I mean? You are on a 1-day in USDT. Risk appetite to sell at the pigs to slaughterhouse. Chop. I'm calling lunch pump. Happy Friday. Gift. Bless y'all. Lunch pump. Bitcoin stay right out of the bear market. Decouple of the traditionals. DYDX. I'm about to say DXY. I'm like, that's not DXY. because we have to. So look, we talked about this head and shoulder breaking down. It did. So we can get rid of it. We kind of got it. We talked about getting to my measured move. We got pretty dang close. All right. All right, let's take a look. That bear flag was supposed to break down. It did. Thank goodness. It was like a descending triangle. It had bad vibes. What a nasty dump. V-shaped recovery back up. I see what he's saying. It's trying to make a shoulder, a head, and possible right shoulder there. Back at the resistance point. So we extend this trend line. Get rid of that. The rising wedge did break to the downside for the dollar. Beautiful thing. It's attempting to come down and double bottom, but I love that it's just continuing to slump. And look at this. Look what I see here. Do you see this bigger picture idea? I mean, I see a nasty move. Look at that. Do you see that? Who else sees that? See this shoulder? See this head and see this shoulder? That could dump hard. I mean, that's crazy because that, I don't know, that would take you to a very low point. I mean, that would be 89. I mean, that really would say something's going on, right? Show me the charts and I'll show you the news. A giant head and shoulder on the dollar index. I haven't seen anybody post this yet. Pretty creepy. Kind of a cup and handle here, but getting resistance there and dropping back down again. Let's take a look at our bigger time frames like the daily. Oversold, wants to pump. How about our bigger time frames? 4-day wants to take a nasty dump to the downside. See that? It's a pretty good time frame that could crush you. So it's got a head and shoulder on the 4-day chart that wants to take you down. That's crazy. You lose this green zone here, 101.88, you're falling. You're dropping down to about 97, and then you're looking at 93, and then down to 89. So I asked for the 8-hour chart on DYDX in inverse head and shoulders. Did you send in a super chat? I'm just messing with you. Shout out to the $25 in chat revenue. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. So that Fed meeting. So you know what it is? They got the Fed meeting, and then maybe it looks like someone didn't want YouTube to be spreading FUD right now. So they kind of, doesn't that make sense? You know what I mean? All the people that talk finance, they kind of gave us while this emergency meeting went on. I just figured it out. I was like, why are my views down? Because they don't want the news getting out. And we are the ones who create the news. You get it? Pretty weird, but am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I over speculating? Am I paranoid? Or am I talking truth? For DXY, look for a scalp long around 23-ish. DXDY. Right? Or DYDX. On KuCoin. So, I mean, this looks beautiful on the 4-day. Cup and handle about to blast to the upside. I'm looking at these bigger time frames, man. Had you trade the 4-day, big money, big money, big money. Here we are again for big money. So I'm watching the 4-day chart on DYDX. And it's a decentralized exchange starting to make a move. More people want to be more decentralized. The more banks go down, the more these start to pump. DeFi kind of shows you why they're why they're in the basically better off than a traditional banking system. Right? Because you're basically out of the risk that these horrible fractional reserve lenders do. We knew this all along. We've been talking about it ever since. Everyone else lives in La La Land. I don't live in La La Land. You know what I mean? I don't believe lies. I find the truth, man. The truth is out there whether you want it or not. The truth is out there to find. All right? DYDX, shoulder, head, right shoulder, like a lot of market has that same pattern in it. But I like what I'm seeing here on the bigger time frame. 22-hour could get the party started. 4-day is already really, really, really bullish. So I'm interested. And so we have an overbought daily and an oversold 22. We know what to do here. They tried to trick us a bunch of times, and we've used it now like 10 or 15 times. Okay, usually they're closed by now. Super Chat's most likely closed now. Yeah, we're over time on the live. But I was a little late, so I go a little over. You know what I mean? I can be late if I push it out on the next side, right? High BAYC booming, so these little coins just ripping. The high coins getting busy today. You never know when the high coins are going to get busy. That's a kind of cup and handle on CREDI, revisiting the previous support zone. See that cup with a handle? This is what's called a cup and handle, if you didn't know. All right? If you're just coming to the channel and you never saw Sammy Cup and Hattie to the upside. And everybody, as I become new and more people know me, my reputation does not precede me. People have no idea what I've been doing this whole time. And no wife, come on up. Kids are napping, Sammy. Wife's calling. DMTR. You're funny. She's not. The kid's on her. You think it's going to be that easy? I love you, lifer friend. Let's take a look at his shoulder, head, and his shoulder on Demetra. I'm watching it closely here on the 22. Tight moving averages. Looks like it's getting ready to blast. I like what I'm looking at for Demetra. It's on my radar. I posted it to the trading group. I'm personally in the position. All right. Sam, get yourself up if you want to continue being nice. Oh my gosh. It's not how you talk to a man. The head of the household. It's really not. Buy Bitcoin and hold because we're going up soon. The FUD is just that. FUD. I'm all about Bitcoin long term, baby. And I've been buying a lot of BTC. I really have. So let's keep it moving for sure. Oh, I just want to, babe, will you give me a code? Will you come down and give me a code? I just want to snatch a little bit of BTC while the 22 hours super low. I just sent it. Bought some more magic, baby. Nice. That one's easy.
That was so easy.
Yeah, it was great.
Are you buying me another birthday gift?
Always. Even when it's not your birthday. Just want to make sure, okay. I'm just on Binance US right here, just grabbing some more Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Why not? Just snatching up a little more, man. Just getting me some more Bitcoin. Sure. Available. $3 USD. We want US Tether. BTC UST. That's what we want. Yeah, baby. Let's get about half of that in there. Let's get about $1,400 worth of Bitcoin, shall we? Yeah, baby. And we're going to snatch that up at 27,992, 28 even. Oh, they always bump it up when you do that because the math changes. So always be careful. Come back down to your 1,400. Boom. Limit order created, order history executed, baby. We just got more Bitcoin. I continue to add Bitcoin, $1,000 here and there. Continue to add to my stack. BTC, baby, BTC. All right. Let me show you one last thing before I jump out of here, just to make it really clear about what I see happening for Bitcoin on Coinbase chart. So I'm watching for this consolidation sideways behavior. 22-hour looks really good to me. It really does. And it's kind of in this bullish rectangle, in my humble opinion. See it? And maybe we don't consolidate this long. Maybe we pump out of this, you know. This is my speculative idea, but chance that we just blast out on the 22. So here's the deal. I'm going to get rid of this for now. I'm going to keep that trend line there. My crazy lines. It's almost more like a flag like this. See it? And I keep the wicks out of it. And it's not the best flag. It's ugly, but hey. Little bit of bearish divvy. You are high in the RSI, but the Stokes could say one more big one, man. One more big one for the Gipper. So this is a real possibility here. All right. 33,000. So crazy, but this is a very, very real possibility. We're at a heavy resistance though. You know, what you want to look out for is this being kind of a right shoulder, that being ahead, and maybe a little shoulder there, and you dip down. I've seen that play out. So watch the 22. I like what I'm seeing here. Price action looking pretty good. 4 hours on indecision, it can pump for us, so I like that. When I clean it up, we're still inside this pattern here on the 4-hour time frame. That's a symmetrical triangle. See that? That could break up or down 50% of the time. That's what the chart says. Measured move would take you to 31.45, or it would bring you back down to that resistance spot at 25,002. So only time will tell. Will the symmetrical triangle break out bullishly? You got indecision here too. Look at your 1 hour. Your 1 hour is almost anything could happen. You got indecision. 15 minutes kind of wilding. So the bigger time frames, the 12 hours, suggest a move is coming. We're going to be watching this symmetrical triangle. 50% chance of a break to the upside at 31.6, with a 50% chance of a break to the downside at 25.77. However, the bigger time frames look okay. But I am some mixed signals. That's some messy price action. But we'll take it one step at a time, right? Smart move would be to wait for it to break out. And if it ever retests this area, that's going to be the gem. Or if it breaks down or retests this area, that's going to be the short. Retest or retest would both be the proper entries for a trade. So the symmetrical triangle will kind of teach us, and then we can watch what happens with price action. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate you jumping on in, and I'm jumping out for the day. I appreciate you all, and may God bless you, and may you have a wonderful day. 27,977 on the 77, of course. Invest with the school, stay with the school. Amen. 5-minute head and shoulders, 27,400 Bitcoin. 5-minute let's see. Not only do I see that, my mind just saw an Adam and Eve, right? A bit of an Adam and Eve double top. I don't see a head and shoulder really. I see this though. You know, not the best. Ugly patterns, but you know, we'll take it one step at a time, one day at a time, and it is Friday, lower volume. And with what happened to Binance, it was a funny day in the market, I'll tell you that. It was a funky day in the market. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you on my next show. You never know. I might jump back tonight. You just never know where you're going to see me, but I'll be definitely back tomorrow morning for an update, and Saturday night. Catch 2 live streams on Saturday. God bless you all. Thank you for everyone that joined the trading group. Remember, I teach class the last Saturday of every month, so I'm going to teach class the last Saturday tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 12 a.m. If you can't make the weekly time slots, we have this Saturday for you. So tomorrow is a busy day for me. I'm going to do 2 live streams and teach class and scan the markets. I don't take a day off. I work 7 days a week. I love each and every one of you. May God bless you all. Thank you for coming on in, and I'll see you on the next live stream. Gratitude is attitude. Stay in gratitude at every moment of your life, and really, you will continue to find abundance in every single thing around you. Amen.